So, welcome to this series that continues where I now will say what your favorite plane says about you. Starting with Tarkir, the Khan's timeline. You are in denial. It's time to come out. You want to be a Timmy and want to love dragons, but you're in defiance to them. You want to try to tame your wild side, but you can't keep this up forever. So now, with the Tarkir dragon timeline being your favorite, you have finally let go of your inhibitions and you've devolved fully into being a Timmy for dragons. It's okay, you were meant to be one all along. Now that some of the previous Khans can become friends with their overlords, perhaps it's time to go back to your pre-wilding state. Your friends always warn you that you're a bit too nice if you are a fan of Lorwyn. You like stories and read a lot. But the outside world seems to see you like a silent person that they should be careful with when approaching. And this is kind of correct, but for the wrong reason. Because you sometimes flip to the Shadowmoor side. The shadow side of the silent type. If Shadowmoor is your favorite, you should go to an anger room sometime. Let everything out for a bit. Because you've been holding in your emotions for a little too long. Please think about your next act. You're probably the next person and the same person as the Lorwyn one, just at a different time. So just wait a bit and you'll return. Maybe. Alara exists of 5 worlds, so I assume that you're fractured too. You don't really want to embrace all the parts of yourself and you probably have a favorite chart. So if this world was your favorite, you will have to tell me what your favorite chart is first before I can really tell you what you're about. Mirrodin. If Mirrodin is your favorite world, you're either a Memnarch or a Glissa fan. And if you're either, I am so sorry for you. Your whole world is destroyed and whatever you're a fan of has been changed forever. I guess you can still follow Karn's adventures. I hope. Phyrexia. Well, at least you could be a Phyrexian fan for a bit. A little bit, so I assume you're not. Amonkhet, you massive mad lad. You train every day because becoming strong is the greatest goal in your life. Together with your gym bros, you work out every day. You practice, you learn, and you become smarter. Don't forget to do something with all that power before it gets sucked up by a space dragon. Arcavios. You are either still in school or wish you were. Other than that, the story was actually low stakes, which let the character shine. So you're probably kind of in love with one of the characters of this world. And again, I should point these out in a new video I now feel because of all of these 5 schools that you could be a fan of. If you are a fan of Capenna, you watch too many Mafia movies. You see the world literally in black and white and you wish you could go back to the good old days. You're also attached to your family and would do anything for them. Ravnica, you're a city boy and you're a massive fan of the colors of magic. You've chosen your guild long ago and keep on streaming about it on Twitter. And I feel like you will ask me to give your particular guild more time and explanation. Dominaria. You're an OG Magic the Gathering fan, because Dominaria can be a lot of things, but it's definitely old, and its golden ages are definitely long gone. I'm not even sure what you're hoping for after so many years. The Weatherlight, I assume, but yeah. Eldraine, you can't sleep without someone telling you a bedtime story. You'll grow up to be a valiant knight someday, and if you are already grown up, what are you doing here? Go on an adventure right now. Fiora, you play Magic for the politics and Monarch is probably your favorite mechanic. We should be thankful for you because you will probably invent more game rules than anyone else. In fact, I wonder what your favorite homebrew rule is for Magic the Gathering. I'll make sure to try it out. Theros, you're into history more than anything, but you stayed for the god concept. You're also a summer person and like heroic tales. With you, I wonder which god you prefer, because if it's Athreos, I would be careful around you, but if it was Xenagos, I'd like to party with you, probably, for a bit. Ikoria. I'm sorry, but you just like big monsters. Ikoria isn't well explored yet, but the monsters are alluring. I like the fact that the monsters will keep changing with every set the most. It's a good plot device. Innistrad. Your favorite day of the year is Halloween, and you always prepare your outfit far in advance. You've watched all of the Walking Dead episodes and your favorite genre is cosmic horror. You might also be brainwashed by either Liliana or Emrakul. Ixalan, you're a true island stan in the sense that you like the sail, be in the water and around beaches. You love the concept of the 4 tribes and you had a lot of fun defending yours. That's why I'd say you probably are rather loyal, even if you're a pirate fan. Kaladesh, you like art and mostly because you like art effect decks. Other than that, the swirly aesthetic resonates with you and you probably agree that Aetherborn are one of the most interesting creatures from MTG. Kaldheim, you tell a lot of stories and we can't really be sure whether all of them are true. You want to be liked really badly and you do a lot to get that recognition. You also take ice baths and like to swim in frozen lakes. Kamigawa, you read manga, watch anime, or you're actually interested in the spirits of Kamigawa. There's 1% of you that's actually been there when Toshiro Umezawa was a thing, and I respect you for it. Zendikar, you should go climbing sometime. I hope for you that that's why you love Zendikar, because otherwise you're probably a cultist of Cthulhu or something. You want to return everything to nothingness. Self-fear, a young plane, but still a plane. You prefer peace, but when it comes to the time to fight, you're ready. You're hospitable and always ready to share your food with others. You find making friends to be easy, whether you dare to try or not. It's hard for anyone not to find you likable.